It's 7:35. Who wants to talk about what happened last game?
I can do that. Last game, we had arrived 2 games ago in the Shadowfell. Last game, we arrived closer to the place where we will have a showdown with Vecna, or at least we think so. I guess we could die before we get there. Yeah, we were in a little house. Talia was there with us because she came along. Her contact, who she'd reached out to, turned out to be Accordia, the cleric of the Raven Queen. Shatterkai, I believe, also had been the head of Talia's guard when Talia was Queen of the Shadowfell. Maybe Talia is still Queen of the Shadowfell. We're a little fuzzy on that. We're sure she explained it. We just don't remember the exact details because we're us. Turns out Vecna has gathered his cultists in a profaned temple of the Raven Queen in the center of town, and they're working hard. They're hard at work on the Ascension ritual. He does need to finish the ritual to ascend, is also himself present at the temple, as far as everyone knows. And we probably shouldn't tarry too long, because as the ritual's going to take a minute, but the material plane, there are minor consequences, like the material plane tearing itself apart as the ritual carries on. So we talked about ways to get through town. We talked about the existence of some catacombs that would take us to, I think, directly to the temple. If not, then pretty close to it. We talked about Talia summoning the local resistance seems to have been more or less shut down, but apparently there were resistance fighters on other planes. So Talia was going to call those folks in. We scouted the catacombs with the help of Accordia, where by help I mean she led us, and so we didn't get lost or otherwise into trouble. Nobody reached into any of the, I don't know if graves is the right word, but nobody reached into any of the spots where the bones live and picked up any bones. So that's probably a good choice on everyone's part. The key to the catacomb, the gate is well hidden. We know where that is now. The key to the gate is specifically a Raven Queen holy symbol. So that's a good thing to know if we need to get back out of it ourselves. But we got some other stuff to do. So basically, she led us on the 3-hour walk through the catacombs to the gate door, the big old door at the end of the catacombs. And then, so we knew what the way was. There were allegedly a couple of Vecna devotees down there, but they know to stay clear, and we didn't see too many of them. We didn't see any of them. We saw occasionally somebody in dark robes who made a quick retreat in the other direction when he saw this group. But nobody bothered us. That was nice. We returned to the cabin, and Jocelyn sat down with V to study up on reliquary destruction, specifically Odrin's notes on reliquary destruction based on the pamphlets we got in from the Cobalt Soul. He also wrote up the instructions on planar binding rituals for dummies. And Sophie and Jocelyn went over those, and Jocelyn now can cast the binding spell as an action. It's not a ritual, and it doesn't cost against his prepared spell slots. But it does seem to be a Jocelyn thing, so we're going to need Jocelyn when that happens. We did also confirm that while this is a planar binding spell, it is not the planar binding spell, which is to say Vecna does not become a warlock of Jocelyn, alas. At least not through this particular route. We then talked about the reliquary destruction spell, which is, whereas the binding thing is a ritual, the binding thing is not a ritual. Binding is an action by Jocelyn. Reliquary destruction, ritual, 10-minute ritual. Anybody can do it. You need 300 gold piece worth of diamonds, and you need 10 minutes, and you need at least one person who can read Odrin's instructions. Then we took a long rest. We confirmed out of character that we are following the Tal'Dorei Revival Resurrection rules for this game. And we talked a little bit about what we might want to do. It did a little light planning involving mostly rune chalk. And we returned to the catacombs, well rested, ready? Question mark. We walked through the catacombs. We found our way to a very large stone door. I can't remember if there was actually chanting on the other side or if I just assumed there was chanting on the other side. That's all I got. Oh, there was also a hero's feast somewhere in there. Minor detail.
Yep, right before we rested is where we had the hero's feast. Which means you guys have 12 temporary hit points.
I was going to say, I hope I have more than 12 hit points. Yes, 12 additional hit points.
Yeah, 12 additional temporary.
Thank you.
And advantage on saving throws, and you're immune to poison. And if you're not near cure, you are still immune to frighten as well.
Nice.
But if you're near cure, within 30 feet, you're immune to frighten anyways.
Within 30 feet of me, you're immune to frighten. You've got +5 to all of your saving throws, and you roll saving throws with advantage so long as I have my sword out.
Delightful.
Okay.
We have redundancies for our redundancies.
Mm-hmm.
I'm giving you guys literally 11 minutes on the clock. What are you doing before you head into the next chamber? 10 minutes now, so
Okay.
you got until 7:50 to figure out what the hell you're doing and plan all your
Rune
shit.
chalk.
So I'm sorry, Cure. We're doing Vinchok.
Yep. I would say Cure is going to pop out some rune chalk, and I know Rob wanted to have Macklin do his rune chalk as well. I don't remember everything his rune chalk does, but he said it's in his bio sheet.
Okay. Can we have a listen at the door and check for traps at the door while we're getting the Vinchok instructions? Or
Yes.
would that be a thing that would happen at 7:50?
You can listen to the door. Yep.
Okay. We'll use a past life knowledge. Nat 20, total of 21.
You don't hear anything immediately. Something faintly in the distance with that nat 20. You almost feel it in the ground more than you hear anything at the moment. You hear soft chanting and this faint smell of incense coming from under the door.
Okay. So there's something happening that's probably not directly on the other side of the door, but it's happening somewhere. Is that a reasonable interpretation, even if it's not strictly correct?
Yes.
Okay. And can we check for traps, or should we hold on that?
Hold on that.
Okay.
Yeah, so Johnson will take the +1 to AC. And right before we go in the door, I just want to be clear about this to give us the best timing for everything is when Johnson will cast Warding Bond on the Cure, giving Cure +1 to AC, resistance to all damage types.
Okay, I think she's going to put... In that case, I'm just going to stack AC and put a rune chalk on me, too.
I think that would be a fantastic idea. I was going to recommend that, but... Oh, and you also have +1 to all your saving throws on top of that.
Got that marked. I'm deducting my rune chalk total. Everyone has exactly what you've chosen.
Delightful.
And then... Did you figure out Macklin's chalk stuff, or Heather, if you can give me access to Rob's sheet, I don't know if if you have it.
If you give me access to it, Rob has his cell phone and I'm in communication with him, so I can run stuff by him.
Alright, you should have access to him right now. I'm also adding token access to be edited and controlled by. Done.
Okay. It's just loading his sheet. Loading his sheet. Loading his sheet.
Oh, it looks like it's a +5 to +3 to stealth based on the last time it was used, which is still on my global skill modifiers.
All right, in his sheet, let me see here. He can give bonus to sleight of hand checks. No one's going to be standing around in a circle. He can summon caltrops or just give bonus stealth. So it looks like +3 to stealth is what everyone will probably want.
can summon caltrops? That's amazing.
Yeah.
Yeah, Jasmine, just unless there's something like really, really interesting, but I'll take +3. There is nothing else buffery I can do.
This feels a little pathetic in light of how we have used our wishes to date. Can we use one of the wishes that have been reinvigorated into our luck blade to use literally one of the effects from the wish spell, namely the granting our companions 10 creatures we can see immune to a single spell, etc. for 8 hours. For instance, you could make you and yourself and your companions all immune to a Lich's Life Drain attack. We would like to make ourselves and our companions immune to a Lich's Life Drain attack.
Sure.
We don't know if this Lich does that, but
A lich be a lich.
Liches
Okay.
be liches.
I feel like
least
I'd feel real silly if I read that and then decided to wait and then was sorry I had waited. So
It helps.
and that is Accordia still with us, or did we come this morning by ourselves? I think we may have come by ourselves.
You all came by yourselves and released
Okay.
Accordia to go meet Talia on the front lines.
Fabulous. So that would obviously be all party members. Is Edgar visible in any form at this point?
I have
Yeah.
not summoned Edgar.
If Edgar can be popped back, can be briefly summoned and dismissed truly like a companion, we would ask for Edgar to return long enough to get him as well. But I don't know if that is pushing the DM's generous ruling too far.
No, I'll allow it. He hasn't died, so he can be summoned and desummoned like a familiar, in my opinion.
Oh,
Okay.
okay. So I don't need to like recast the spell?
No.
All right. Spend an action to resummon Edgar then.
He didn't die, so then I'm not worried about it. I mean, I only have to stick with this ruling for, like, not
Yep.
long, so.
Yeah.
He appears in a swirl of feathers and glitter and starlight and promptly bonks his head on the roof of the
Oh,
tunnel.
buddy. So all PCs plus Edgar are immune to a Lich's Life Drain attack.
Okay.
I think we'll use up some rune chalk on Edgar too.
Sure.
Huh. This is silly. So does anybody else have anything you actually want to use these last 3 minutes for before I do something silly?
No, really, I don't have anything else that I can do now.
I'm checking my stuff. I haven't gotten a chance to check Cure spells just to see if there's any hour-long stuff that I want to keep up. I will be doing that in 1 second. I'm just making a note on Edgar's sheet for resistance.
Does there happen to be a nook with bones in it immediately adjacent to where we're all standing?
Yes.
Is there a skull visible?
Yeah.
We would like to connect with the dead. We would like to reach in and just put our hand lightly on the skull and cast Speak with Dead.
Mm-hmm. Sure.
I don't know how many questions that gets us. Is it 3 or 5?
3.
3.
Thank you. Oh, it's 5.
Oh,
It
okay.
is fine.
I knew it felt like too many questions.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, it always ends up being one more question than you need.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And we're not. And Misha, if you've come up with what spell you think you want to do, interrupt, please.
Yeah, I do have one spell that I think will give me good mileage for the next hour. I'm going to use one of my level 5 slots to cast Holy Weapon on my Holy Avenger.
Mm-hmm. Holy.
Yep, I'm increasing its holy abilities. That's all it can do, but basically it's tossing on another 2d8 radiant to every attack.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Okay. Alright, Tab, what are you asking the skull?
Okay. We're asking the skull. Are you able to pay attention to what is happening here? When we're not talking to you?
I have long passed into the fields of Elysium.
Have you heard any very good gossip here there about what is happening here and how many people are here and whether there's anything that one should know walking in the door? That's 3 questions at once, and you probably don't know the answer to any of them, but we thought we would try.
I do not know what is happening here. I can only answer to what happened during my life.
What was your name?
Yorick.
Yorick?
Alas. And we'll just give Yorick a little pat, and thus ends our spell, and we're really going to hope we get proficiency with a saving throw of our choice. 2, which is a 1 since I rolled a d6, so I guess can I crowdsource what language would be might potentially be fun for me to write walking in here? Like, do we have any idea what languages Vecna may or may not be doing a terrible ritual in? If not, I'm just gonna pick Celestial because that seems cool.
Sure.
That doesn't seem like a Vecna
Not
language,
Zemian.
but it was either going to be Celestial or Vessel if no one had strong feelings, and it seems like everybody else always knows how to speak Celestial, so now we will too. Okay. We're done until time to check for traps.
Okay. Okay. It's time to check for traps. It is 7:51. So.
Macklin will assist if Tab needs it.
Okay, we'll see. That wasn't great. Oh, that was worse. 26.
The door is trapped and locked with a magical trap.
Would someone undo the magic trap before we try to unlock it, please? We're gonna backpedal about 20 feet away from the door and like gesture grandly at it.
V, do you think you could take this one?
How V looks at how far away Tab is backed away from the door and cast Dispel Magic.
Sure thing. Tab points out the runes. You cast a spell magic. The trap is disarmed.
Thank you very much.
You're welcome.
And we will ask Macklin if he wants us to do the locks, and then because we're very impatient and nervous, we will scurry forward and suggest that he help us with unlocking it after instead. Ooh, that was real good. Cool. Those rolls were both good. Let's see. Sorry, math is hard. 28 to unlock the door.
28 to unlock the door. Yeah, this is not an easy lock. It is very complicated and it takes a little bit and almost has you sweating at parts. But you do manage, after a minute or two, to hear a faint click. You almost
mutter our thanks to Macklin.
You almost don't hear the click as the sound of church bells begin ringing out throughout the city. The D.
Would you like us to sneak ahead, or would you like us to get out of the way so you can charge through?
Why don't you take a peek and advise if it would be worth having me charge in?
We will stealth forward.
Sure.
Is it dim light or darkness here, or is it well lit?
Dim light.
Okay. Okay. Sorry, I gotta add up a million modifiers. 38.
38.
Oh, this looks fine.
You see a long stone room, which you're in kind of an antechamber of. Like, you're peeking out, like, through here-ish.
We're
Actually,
in-
sorry,
in
no,
this one?
here.
Or
Here.
let me zoom out. Top. Oh, thank you. I'm gonna throw my token there. Like here?
Yeah.
Okay.
In front of you, you see a large black orb swirling with a faint purplish glow. Around it are 13 cultists sitting, chanting, and you see strands from each of their head and their heart heading towards this orb, as if it's draining them of their power, slowly but surely. As the church bells ring out across the building? City? Hard to tell. You see two, or you see about, not two, probably about 6 or 7 fully armored death knights take off at a run in that direction, heading towards the entrance of the temple.
I'm sorry, was that half a dozen or a dozen?
Half a dozen.
Still bad enough.
As they leave, they slam open the doors into the dim gray day. As it is the Shadowfell, there is no bright light. And they head immediately out, barricading the doors behind them. You hear the sound of a large chunk of wood, iron, being slid into the door to secure it.
From the outside? They're on the outside. It must be from the outside. Okay.
They're on the outside.
This is no longer a valid route of escape, but they can get back in the second they want to. Basically.
It would take them
Fabulous.
some time because they would have to remove
okay.
Like, basically like a slide lock. Like, they have moved this something very large and very heavy in front of the doors to protect them from anyone trying to break in.
Okay.
They assume the threat is probably coming from the front door.
Delightful. And no sign of Vecna.
Nope.
That I can see from where we can see where we currently are. Okay. We will retreat to the group.
Yeah, sure. Yeah, sure.
We think you can probably charge in. They were right in front of us, unless you don't want to charge in. And then we describe what we saw.
Okay.
How many cultists were there?
13 cultists.
13 cultists.
6 Death Knights who have departed. Unknown number of Death Knights. 0 or more elsewhere. Vecna nowhere to be seen.
Okay. We don't know where Vecna is. Player is warring with knowledge. I have one last ability that casts an hour, but I definitely want to use that during the Vecna fight, so I probably won't cast that yet. All right. Yeah. Kyor's going to nod and start striding into the room. And once she enters the room with the cultist, she's going to draw her sword, which immediately starts radiating bright light out.
Okay.
And nah, I'm not going to do that. Yep, that's it. Just storm in, ready for battle.
Okay. You can place yourself on the map. You see where Tab is?
What are you doing, Cure? Surprise attack.
Yeah, if you would like to attack, you get a surprise round, because they are not paying attention to you and do not seem to have registered your entrance.
Perfect.
Oh, yeah, no, wait. Your sword kind of gave you away. Never mind. Yep, go ahead.
They do not appear to have noticed you.
I'll say right as I come out from around the pillar, that's when I draw the sword and light flares out.
Okay.
My cloak is billowing around me. I've got my hood up, my mask on. Good evening, gentlemen. Do you have a moment to talk about your Lord and Savior, the Raven Queen? And then I'm going to strike him down.
Sure.
So, important to note for my damage rolls, are these guys fiends or undead?
They're not.
Got it.
They appear to be human. Or
Perfect.
humanoids.
So I'm going to attack the one right in front of me.
Mhm.
21 or 26, depending if I have advantage or not, for 19 slashing and 10 radiant, total of 19 damage.
Sure. You watch as his body fades to mist and joins the orb.
Oh, it's one of these things.
That seems fun. Yeah,
No, let's not do this. Let's not do this.
that's an interesting problem.
Let me see. How much movement did that use up? If I use the last of my movement to move 5 feet forward, I'm not within striking range of that orb, am I?
Nope.
Oh, this poses a problem. Actually, I will. Do I have this prepared? I thought I had this prepared. Okay, this is going to be silly.
Mhm.
Bonus action Misty Step,
Sure.
10 feet.
Okay.
And I want to attack the orb.
Sure. Easy
God,
enough.
how do we do this?
All right, with my second attack. And well, yeah, first let me see if this actually does something. So 25 to hit for 11 slashing and 21 radiant.
Sure. Yeah, that hits.
Does it have a visible effect on the orb?
The orb appears to crack a little bit.
Oh, goody. We can have the orb.
One of those things.
Then I'll just look at all the cultists. Oh, hello, boys. And yeah, that's everything I've got.
Okay. Does everyone want to roll me initiative? Arthur, you don't get to roll initiative.
Oh, let me get Edgar there too.
Arthur could play the part of Veldrin.
He's
Sir,
yelling in a
not
corner.
appearing in this combat.
He's just yelling in a corner.
Edgar, that's okay, buddy. We don't want you to be in harm.
No, Toby, you're not rolling for initiative either. What are you meowing about now?
He's meowing at the cat that's in the computer. Arthur used to do that all the time. He'd hear the Minecraft cats, and he'd be like, "Hey, no, go away."
Oh, God.
That's not my initiative, by the way. I'm rolling on my dice because I can't adjust it for some reason.
No worries, I gotta count cultists. 1, 2, 3,
Edgar
4,
needs
5,
to grow one size,
6,
and I'm
7.
rolling for Macklin.
8,
Oh, he's a
9,
pocket Edgar.
10.
No, are we
11.
gonna have to go first? Oh, V!
12.
V's gonna have to go first.
I don't want to.
Alright, Edgar grew one size. You're rolling for Macklin. Jazen needs his number changed to.
I already changed it.
Okay, perfect.
Blessing.
I helped you. Don't worry.
Let's see.
Tab. No, you're just gonna be like that. Roll 20. This is why I'm dumping you. This right here. It literally won't let me save this. Why are you doing this?
Because it's roll 20, it sucks.
God damn you, Roll20. Alright, well now I'm messing up everyone's. Cool.
V, Jozen, and Macklin. Oh, what did Macklin get?
You got 21.
So I gotta roll 18 million initiatives. Cool.
Johnson going ahead of us? Amazing. Good job, everyone.
Alright.
I got +9 in my initiative.
Do you really?
Yeah.
Oh, you have you must have one of the things that we also have. Good,
Yeah.
good, excellent, delightful.
I got a feature thing.
Cool.
I took alert.
Yeah, same. We're alert buddies.
We're alert together. Oh, I don't want to do this.
I mean, you could just go back into the catacombs and go home.
Well,
I don't recommend it, but you got options.
I know they're not going to attack him or attack her. And he's okay. So she said attack the orb, right?
Yep.
So
Yeah.
I'm gonna throw a firebolt at the orb.
Hold on, I gotta restart initiative. I don't think it'll affect anything, but there we go.
Well, V goes first. Good. V, you go first.
Darn it, Justin.
I mean, if you want me to go first, I'm gonna throw a firebolt at the orb.
Go for it. I want to see if it works.
All right. That
Isn't that a
is
mood?
a 23 to hit the orb.
Yeah, hits.
All right. That is 4d10. I got. It's oh jeez, why do I have to roll good? 27 points of fire damage at the orb.
27?
Yes.
Okay.
And then
You see a splash of char kind of form on the outside of the glass.
does it seem to have any effect? I guess I could hear it. Is it like crystal? So would I hear it crack if it?
Yeah, you're starting to
kinda
hear it
crack?
like crumble and crack a little bit here and there.
Dozen says, "Yep, we can attack the orb, but don't attack the guys and girls, and other creatures or whatever they are. Leave them alone."
It's real hard to tell into those robes.
Exactly. Don't attack the dead people or alive people or whatever they are. And that shows him turn. That's all he's gonna do.
They're alive for now.
Okay. V, you're up.
V is also going to cast Fireball at the orb.
Okay.
Because, it worked.
It worked.
V will also... Before I'm doing that, I'm going to follow Cure, because that way I'm not shooting at the cultists, because I was just told, don't shoot at the cultists.
And just to be clear, that Tab did say no signs of Vecna, right?
Tab said they did not see Vecna. They would have described the situation clearly, so you would know that they hadn't moved beyond this little nook. All they are sure of is that Vecna is not present and visible in this main area. Whether he is elsewhere nearby or present but invisible or something else, we don't know.
Jaws automatically assumed that he's not there, so that's just kind of what Jaws does.
That's fair.
Okay.
Okay, and that was 28 damage for fireball for me.
28. Did you say 28?
I did say 28, yes.
Okay. Good to know. You see the orbs start to, spidery lines of cracking start to form across the crystalline surface of the orb.
Wait, was that fireball or firebolt?
Yeah, those are two different things.
One of which has a much larger area of effect.
Yes, it does. V, what'd you cast? Fireball or firebolt?
Sorry, I'm reading.
It should be right at the top of the spell with the name.
Yeah, it was fireball.
Okay. That's a horse of a different color.
Oh boy.
Yeah.
Alrighty.
Yeah, about not shooting the other guys.
Yeah.
Fireball is a aerial effect. If you did firebolt,
You said fireball. I already subtracted the damage. It's fireball. So, what's the range on fireball?
it hits everyone in.
Everyone, cool. Alrighty. Well, that saves me some time. Sure, you're gonna need to roll me a dexterity saving throw.
Yeah.
Wait, is that a who launched a fireball? All right. I do have Shield Master, so if I pass this, then I will take no damage.
Sorry, Cure. I wasn't intentionally aiming to miss Cure. That helps.
Oh, good. I'm built to kind of like weather these kinds of storms. Just double checking. Yep, AC bonus to any dexterity save. We'll need that. All right, and with advantage.
Let's see, that's 13 times. Yeah, okay.
Wait a second. Oh no. All right, 23. As I promptly duck behind my shield.
Alright, V, what's your spell save DC?
19, I think, or 18. Sorry.
Dex 18.
Okay.
Succeed.
Alright. So, as you cast Fireball...
I love D&D so much.
That's why I threw a firebolt.
The center of the room erupts into flames!
Wrong spell, said the wrong spell, was reading the wrong spell, so...
We're making stuff happen.
Erupts into flames. The light from the orb grows and explodes out. You see that it seems to almost blind you for a moment before sizzling and fading. You don't know what you did, but sure was something as you immolate the cultists.
Tab,
Are we still in
what was
initiative?
that?
We're not in initiative anymore.
Why does my face feel like it's burning right now? Tab?
Do you want the good news or the bad news first?
Oh god.
We don't know. It may all be good news or it may all be bad news. We don't know.
Hades, help me. Tab?
There was a
What the
very
hell
large
just
fireball,
happened?
and there are no more cultists, at least that we can see, and there's no more orb, at least that we can see, and we still don't see Vecna. We might move out of this corner now. We'll see you later. And we're just gonna kind of stealth anywhere but here.
Edgar leaps into the room, wings outstretched, snapping his beak at any threats, and then pauses, realizing the room is empty.
Johnson literally comes out, well knowing now the giant blast of a fireball, and just, who the hell decided to cast a damn fireball?
Well, I'm fine, thanks for asking.
Oh, you're always fine, sure.
It's true, I am usually fine.
We lift our bracelet to our mouth while we're hiding. Let me roll stealth. We are hiding behind the statue. We wanted to get farther away, but that's the closest statue. That stealth check is 40.
Mhm.
We lift our bracelet to our mouth, and riding that stealth check, whisper it into it. Where do you suppose Vecna is? Do you suppose he heard that?
As you ask that question, the doors here at the top of the stairs swing open invitingly.
We didn't think we could summon him,
That's
but we
right.
must be very powerful. More powerful than we thought.
V looks at the scorched earth. Yes. Accidentally. And he's just like, I mean, it's kind of hard to miss.
Johnson has that look of bitter confusion, anger, depressedness. He's going through all the emotions all at once. And he's just like, going forward, I think it's wise that we all think before we act.
Why start now?
That's a good question, Tab. Because I don't want to die today. Primarily. So, he just stops there. Like,
We're just gonna sort of slip up along the walls and would like to do like poke our head, just sort of take a look down here, sort of scan the southern part of the temple. Does there seem to be anything going on down here, or does all the
Sure.
action seem to be where the creepy doors are?
You actually feel the building shake, aggressively once, like something very large just smashed into it.
From the front?
Yeah, from the front.
We think we should go the other way for many reasons. We hide back behind the statue until the party decides what to do.
Well, I think he's expecting us now. Be ashamed to disappoint him.
I mean, wasn't he always expecting us?
There was some hope we could surprise exactly when we would show up. Right then. Shall we advance quietly, or...
well, weren't you always the discreet one, V? I could have swore you were always the discreet one.
Well, I tried, but apparently yeah, that's a new
Use too
spell.
much fire.
Alright. How about going forward? We saved the fire burning for the giant undead lich.
Forward is the other way? Oh wait, I'm sorry. Which doors swung? The doors to the south swung open, or the doors to the...
To the north.
Okay.
Here.
The Death Knights went out to the south. We raise the bracelet to our mouth again and just say, other way, as Kira and Edgar start moving south.
Let's keep our minds open, our senses open,
We'll let you all go first.
and let's carry on.
Cool.
Johnson marches forward.
As you all march forward, we're going to take a quick 10-minute break-ish. We still do not have an ETA on Rob, and I'm going to need to reset some things, so.
You
All good.
didn't expect us to get through
I also...
one fireball. Delightful. Thank you. I'm so delighted.
Made more fun by the fact that I was completely intending to catch fire bolts, and then
Life is a
it
rich
all
tapestry.
snowballed from there. Complete destruction.
You know, Johnson's in a complete panic mode.
It was
The
super
play-
effective.
The player's in panic mode, but the players also thinks this is fucking hilarious.
Yeah.
I
We'll
thought I'd be
be
the one to do that. All right.
reconvening at about 8:30. I need to go, see why the cat is screaming at me first.
Oh, hi
Alright.
Arthur. It is good to be both a
Sounds
participant and a spectator of the game.
I thought about doing that, you know.
Casting
It
fireball.
wouldn't be D&D without one accidental cast of fireball.
Yeah.
I think it might have been I just had it on the brain because you guys were all doing the fireball memes earlier. It's like,
Way to start it off right. What it is we're showing Vecna we're not fucking afraid of you, okay?
Just the panic fireball. Ah!
Yes, B was under pressure and he was so panicked that he did the wrong fire spell.
Why do they make the incantation only off by 2 words? Seriously.
My cat has been thoroughly distracted by the puzzle box that has his snacks in it. He hasn't shown any adeptness at actually solving the puzzle box, though. He seems to think if he pokes his face at the hole enough times, he'll get a snack.
I'm just imagining B standing there looking at this spell with like huge eyes going like, oops.
Did you even roll? Did you roll 68 or 8d6?
I did it in D&D Beyond, so I was just clicking a button.
Oh.
But yeah.
Yeah. Fireball. Same thing.
I didn't even use my sneak attack damage. Come on.
You don't get that with a fireball.
Yeah, you don't know.
I'm aware. I'm just talking about rolling that many D8, D6s. That's usually why.
This is true.
That's usually why. The only reason I have that many dice in my hand is because I'm doing sneak attack damage at this point. On the other hand, kill it with fire until it dies was very effective.
Well, you make Vecna a little stronger, no biggie. Everybody loves
I
the
know.
challenge.
As I said,
We certainly
not the
didn't want to
worst thing
make
that
them
could have
weaker.
happened because I could have hit cure, but not the intended result.
I mean, you did hit cure.
I'm
Okay.
just that good. I avoided the damage. I just ducked down beneath my shield.
For fuck's sake, Babs, come on.
Sorry, cure.
No, but
I've trained for this.
have you though, Kyo? Have you?
I mean, after a year and a half of this, yes, probably.
That totally counts, right?
She is very well designed to go against spellcasters.
She's been trading this all of her life.
I would say she's like Batman, studying her allies for signs of weaknesses so she can prepare herself in the case they ever turn, but she's not nearly that smart.
No, that's her her wife.
Exactly.
Cool. Alright, are we all here? I think I said I'd give it 10 minutes for my heart rate to go back to a normal beat, and maybe buy some time for Rob to, get here before the Vecna fight. Okay.
Prison?
What?
Oh my goodness. You were asking if we were all here.
Yep. And then I realized I said I was gonna need 10 minutes, so I'm gonna take the full 10 minutes.
Oh no.
I gotta pull up some stats anyway.
GG guys. GG.
I haven't even knocked any of you unconscious like this entire campaign, so chill, y'all, chill.
I got knocked out in the Feywild.
Okay, fine. I knocked one of you out once.
I think Cure got knocked out when she was taken captive and tried to escape that one camp way back when.
Oh yeah, okay. That's true. But you rolled like 3 ones in a row. It was bad.
I mean, I don't know what she hoped to accomplish. Like, I don't think she had any armor. She was trying to fly. The entire camp was onto her. It was a mess. It was a very Cure type of escape. I'd like to say she's much more cautious now.
That's the problem. She's not. Cure never learns. She gets better, but she never learns.
The lesson she learned wasn't, I need to be stealthier. It's, I need to be tankier.
Yeah.
What's your AC right now? 30? Like, I mean, lesson well learned.
It is a solid 25.
What is it without all the buffs?
23? Yeah, 23. And if it wasn't for Holy Weapon, I could cast haste on myself just to be a further asshole.
It's Vecna. Why would you not do this?
I mean, I'm saving it for Vecna.
Don't worry.
That Vecna will be throwing magic spells at us, not trying to swipe at us.
We'll see.
This is a different Vecna. This is Vecna the Warrior we got going on. Wouldn't be surprised. I'd be pissed, though.
I like to think that the last time they encountered Vecna down in those tombs and he went invisible and Cure was right up in his face like, I see you. I like to think that that made him pause for concern.
Alright, if we're all here, let's get ready for the next game as you hear the doors creak open as they open out into a long, dark hallway.
Cure's going to head up to the doors, but wait for Tab to stealth ahead. And yeah, she's going to sheath her sword so it doesn't glow quite as brightly and then try to stealth.
Sure.
So I'll be rolling stealth for Cure, Edgar, and Macklin. All of this is at +3. Oh!
Fireball. No.
Yeah, I don't think there's any way for Cure to avoid that nat 1 on her stealth check.
Huh. Nope.
Edgar with a solid 22. And Macklin. God damn, these skills. I don't know why it says heavy armor, but he's got like a 34.
Yeah, something like that. Is everyone else stealthy?
Yes, and we're glad that we
Definitely.
said we were going to hang back a little and let the others go ahead.
Oh, Tad didn't want to scout ahead? You're fine with that.
Tab had stepped away because we thought we were on a break. So when Tab returned to being able to hear the sound, y'all were already moving. So
Oh, I did say Cure was going to wait to check with Tab to see if Tab wanted to scout ahead.
sounds like we already rolled a stealth check of 1. So I think you're going first.
That is fine with Cure. Cure will clomp into the next hall.
A little,
and
yeah, a little deaf from the fireball the roaring of the flame and the fireball that nearly took off your head. A little shaken from the misfire, You may have aggressively shouted and asked if Tab was taking scouting ahead.
Can I go ahead? What do you want to scout? Where's this
Me waves
ringing coming
Huron.
from? Can anyone else hear that? Alright, I guess I'm going ahead. Clomp,
Get
clomp,
up
clomp.
here!
Edgar is doing the belly to the floor crawl into the hallway.
So you're prone?
Near prone.
I mean, are you crawling on the floor? Because that's prone.
No, Edgar's just
Oh.
doing this to explain his 22 stealth check.
Edgar is stalking.
Edgar is stalking, and Macklin just face palms and sticks to the shadows.
Okay. You all enter from the left side of this hallway. And I'm gonna need everyone to roll initiative.
God damn it!
Oh shit, I think they've seen us.
Oh, I think I just put myself under the. I'll just grab another tap token. But know that we're hanging back a bit. Oh,
Don't worry, y'all.
that's fine. And I'm sorry. These are these more Death Knights? Or do
They
we
appear
not?
to be more Death Knights, yes.
Okay, great. That's fine.
Oh my
Oh,
god.
these are Death Knights?
Can have to stealth back the other direction.
Is your dice broken?
Oh shit, I think those are Death Knights.
Yes, they're Death Knights.
We probably should have been quieter.
V looks at Core.
I'm like patting
Really?
the side of my head. Why is it still ringing?
Alright.
Alright.
Roll for
Everyone on
those
this side
guys.
rolls. That's a lot of Death Knights.
It's sure is.
Edgar needs another in-beginning.
I don't know why it's broken, but also at this point I don't feel like fixing it permanently. You and cool. Tab, you're up first. As a shield wall stands ahead of you.
Yeah. Oh. We really were thinking about just sneaking back into the temple and hiding and letting the rest of you sort this out. But then we remembered that we have a thing. And since V has set such a good example for us, with our 34 stealth, do we feel confident that we are like hidden in the shadows?
Yeah, you feel like at the very least, Cure has taken most of the attention off of you.
Delightful. We would like to hopefully, I don't know how persnickety we're going to be about item interactions, so let me know if this is too many things. We will like to we haven't actually drawn our rapier. That's fine, we have a hand. We're going to, instead of drawing our rapier, we are going to unsling our short bow. We are going to pull out the fireball arrow, parentheses, weakened, close parentheses, and we would like to shoot the fireball arrow at, how big is the radius? 40 feet? 20 feet?
Oh, someone just
We
looked
don't
that
know.
up,
We don't cast fireball, but Google will know. 20-foot radius. Yeah. We would like to shoot. Walls are easier to hit than people, right? We'll find out. We would like to just ping the wall right here with this fireball arrow.
Sure. Yeah, okay. Roll me a d20, please.
Okay. I kind of feel like I should use a luck on that, but that feels ridiculous. It's a 3.
As the arrow snaps in your hand, I need everyone to make me a dexterity saving throw as the fireball goes off on you and not on the enemies.
So delighted. I'm sorry, everyone. I was wondering what that weekend would end up meaning. That's very good.
Yeah, you had to roll a constitution saving throw for the arrow. The DC was 5.
Oh, I guess I should have used the luck point, but
Whoops.
I didn't. Let's see.
We all have advantage and +6.
Yep.
Oh, advantage. Oh, that's way better.
All right. Edgar, dexterity with advantage, +5.
36. And evasion.
X.
I mean, V, this is your attack. Roll your damage.
Oh no.
Oh, not V. Tab,
Oh.
this is your attack. Roll your damage.
I was
Sorry.
gonna say a V
Wrong road.
8d6. It's a good thing I already have 10d6 out, so I only need 8 of them. Let's see. 2, 4, 6. No, I definitely need the soot sprite d6 for this.
Okay.
And I'm also resistant.
Looks like most everyone did good on their saving throw. The DC was 15.
Good roll, y'all.
Oh dear.
Oh wait, it's 8d6. I rolled 6d6. Let me roll 2 more.
And I'm
I
using
should
my
not be this
reaction.
excited about casting fireball at my own people, but here we are. 35.
35.
Yeah. I rolled 1, 2, and everything else was a 4 or above.
So that's what, 17 half.
17 halved, yep.
Then halved again, that is
8.
8.
So the fireball was a total of 17 damage.
Yeah, everyone passed their saving throw.
Didn't even affect our temporary hit points, y'all. It
affected Edgar.
Also evasion.
Tab just skips out of the way. So that was our
Edgar's too good
action.
to avoid this.
We probably have a bonus action.
You are also very visible right now.
I was just gonna say, are these little nooks? Are these? I mean, we're standing in the
They're
middle. Oh,
catacombs. It looks like these are crypts, and these are doors into the full-on doors into the wall. They're recesses. They have little. Some of them have small altars in front of them with lit candles.
And they have doors behind that go back farther into the wall.
Yep.
Oh, I'm so happy. Let's see. Not quite. I'm sure it's gonna be fine. Bonus action, ethereal jaunt. We are in a catacomb now.
Yep.
Oh, I can't. I'm just gonna put us there because I don't want to put us
Hold on.
in a place I
well,
can't
I'm
retrieve
gonna
us from.
I'm gonna reveal
Oh,
it.
okay, because we're in it. We're assuming there is space behind the door, but we don't actually know. We'll find out when we get there and either get to stay or not. Oh, cool!
Find yourself in a tomb.
Okay, we weren't going to go far. We're just going to tuck behind the door. Anything cool in here or just bones?
It's a tomb. The casket below you has been sealed shut. It's
Okay.
made of stone.
Okay, we're just gonna put while we're here, we're putting our bow away. We are drawing our rapier, but we are not going to attempt to disturb anything.
Okay.
We're just gonna hunker down. That's our turn.
Sure. Jocelyn.
Gazin extremely frustrated at this point. And Jozin's gonna cast Fireball.
Only fireball.
Okay, yeah, sure he
We've
is.
gone full D&D, folks.
The answer to every problem is
How
fireball.
many fireballs can we cram into one night?
Don't worry, y'all. I
proud of us.
I didn't learn from the last fight and give you something with fire resistance or anything. Don't worry.
Sure, we'll be out of spell slots to cast fireball before we get there.
No.
Okay.
Sorry. These don't cost spell slots for me.
Oh, aren't you lucky?
Okay. Alright, I'm just gonna assign him a color, because this is a thing I'm gonna have to do. Alright. Actually, I'm just gonna put, yeah, he failed. What's your spell save DC?
19.
19. Sure it is. Dexterity?
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah, they all failed.
Alright.
I don't know why I'm planning to mark them. They all failed.
Judging by the DC, judging by that, do I feel like they're slow creatures?
They're in full plate, so.
Yeah, okay, they're slow creatures. Alright, I gotta re-roll 2 of those. 1 sec. That is... That's 32 points of fire damage.
Okay.
And what? Judging by that, did they seem like they resisted it? Can I tell that how effective that was on them?
It looks like it was super effective as they are very charred. They are still standing though.
Oh, I figured as much. I just wanted to make sure Fireball was effective.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, just like me, huh?
Appears that it was.
Alright. With that, Johnson's seriously doing the old man mutter as he's walking back the 15 feet that he went, and he's just gonna stand there and wait.
Okay.
And that's Shawson's turn.
Sure. That one's not going to take a turn yet. No, fuck yeah, he is.
Fuck yeah, he is.
As a shadow moves out of the tombs and moves into range with Cure.
Sounds about
I
right.
beg your pardon?
It's okay.
It's not us.
Oh, what the shit is that?
I mean, it's not gonna hit. Actually, it might. Hold on. It's got Death Knights on its side. Forgot. Oh, that might actually. 26 to hit.
How dare you? Definitely hits.
Okay. Let's see. 2d6 damage. So that's 6. 2 is 8 necrotic. 8 necrotic damage.
Okay, so I have resistance to necrotic, so it's reduced to 4.
Sure.
And Warding Bond gives me resistance as well.
Okay, so 2. Also, your strength score is reduced by 1.
Oh.
Oh, you're going to pay for this.
That's fun.
Alright, and that's its turn. Actually, no, it's going to use its bonus action, and it's going to go... Whoop. Because it's in dim light.
Get the heck out of dodge.
Yeah. Disengage and move. Boom. Edgar's turn.
Edgar is going to try and follow the thing that bit Cure.
Okay.
Bit Cure, hurt Cure.
Alright. The doors are closed. And Locked.
He's going to scratch at the door, caw ineffectively. Let's see. So that
Buddy.
was... He's going to move right here and ready a attack as soon as something appears next to him that isn't one of his allies.
Okay. Alright, so this guy, we are going to label him Red. So, Red's pretty pissed off. And he's gonna hold up his shield. And you see a glowing glyph on it. Let's see, who's in range? Nobody. So he's gonna move forward first before doing that, because he would know that. That'll do. Yeah, that'll get everyone but Macklin and B, and Tab can't see it. So, Jazen, Cure, and Edgar. Please make me an intelligence saving throw.
Oh, buddy.
Oh.
This is Edgar. He gets +5 and advantage because I'm right there. So 17 for Edgar.
$17?
For
Okay.
Edgar, yep. Meanwhile, for Cure. Oh no. 11 for Cure.
Okay. So, Edgar and Cure are now insane.
That seems about right.
For 1 minute.
Oh, that's fun.
So,
Cure is fluent in gibberish.
Cure is
Like,
fluent in
already?
gibberish already,
So
so...
saying notes. We'll make her read them.
Does she have to speak something else instead?
No, it's still gibberish. That's his go. Macklin's up.
Macklin is going to mutter something about this whole thing going to hell. And then because he's got all kinds of bonuses that affect people who haven't gone yet, he's going to take a pot shot at one of the Death Knights. I'm going to say cunning action aim gives him advantage on his ranged attacks, right?
Yes.
Yep, he's going to do that. And Dread Ambusher gives him 1d8 damage to his weapon attack. And he had a ability... let me see. I think he can... as a Gloomstalker, he can get one additional attack. Where is it? Just double checking to make sure. Yep. No, it's just bonus damage. All right. 2 attacks with 1 with bonus damage. I'm going to make his first attack and not use any of those benefits unless I get a crit.
Okay.
Not a crit, so 19 to hit.
Okay, yeah, 19 hits.
Yep, targeting that one.
Yep.
And then he's going to follow it up with another attack. All right, and he's going to toss Sneak Attack and Dread Ambusher on this one. I'll total the damage in 1 sec. Okay, so that is going to be a shit ton of damage. 33, 49. 49 piercing, 5 poison on that second attack.
Okay. Yeah, you took a chunk out of it. Like a big chunk.
And he's going to hang back in that corner because he can't move due to aiming.
Sure. He's going to wait for something in range. He is not. Gentleman now known as Blue. Is going to make... He's going to use a dash to get in the thick of it. He's an initiative twice. V, you're up.
Okay.
I can tell you got one in front of you to stab.
Sounds like an excellent plan. I'm going to throw my Moon Dancer Scimitar up in the air. So that it can do its own thing. And attack in front of me with it. Oh, phew, I thought I rolled a 1 for a second there. That's a 7, so that's 13 with my hit.
What are you
modifier,
attacking?
I think. The
The blue guy?
blue.
Okay, you probably need to move into
the
range.
scimitar. I'm attacking it with the flying sword.
Okay. Flying sword. Okay.
Am I even more confused than I think I am?
Yeah, I don't know where you got a flying sword, but sure.
Where did you get a flying sword? I'm curious.
I don't have a flying sword. That's... Oh my god.
Yeah.
Okay.
About to say, I think that's a
Moving into
different game.
range, attacking with sword.
Yeah.
Try again.
You have the shadow sword here.
Okay, what did you roll to hit?
Alright, 31 to hit.
Okay, that hits. What did you roll for damage?
$10 for damage.
Okay.
What's your sneak attack?
Can you add your sneak attack if you don't have... I mean... I guess you're flanking, so yeah. What's your sneak attack?
Okay, 29. In addition to the 10.
Okay. Are you doing anything else with your turn?
Just doing a quick look for bonus action stuff. Nope, not at the moment.
Okay. Roll 20, if you could stop being an absolute moron, that would be great. Thank you.
It makes no promises.
Yeah, my initiative tracker just froze. And now it won't come back. Sorry guys, I have to refresh roll 20.
It happens.
Sure does.
Yeah, I'm aware the page is unresponsive, Chrome. Thanks.
Thanks, Chrome. You're so informative. About as informative as Roll20 is.
Fine. Exit. Completely. Thanks. This is why we're switching to Foundry, everyone. Okay, that guy's doing nothing. Cure.
I'm rambling incoherently and just waving my sword around.
Sounds right. Tab, you're up.
All right. We are in a tomb, so step 1, get out of the tomb. We know where the Death Knights were last time we saw them. So I think we're gonna ping out. We can go farther than that, but we'll go 20 feet. Have a look around. Wow, Roll 20 is really hanging for us as well right now. Okay. We will... Yeah, this seems fine. Use 25 feet of our movement to get into melee with... this one is still Ed to me. Get into melee with Ed here.
Mm-hmm.
And we're going to try to stab him. So, yeah, that's what we're doing. 23.
23 definitely hits.
Okay, cool. We're part swashbuckler, so we do get to use our snack attack on that. Let's see. Math, please stand by. Not amazing. Well, those are better. That will be a total of 47. That's 47 points of damage.
Nice.
Do you need the magical? It's all magical piercing.
Nope, I'm good.
So okay. So that was 25 feet of movement. We have to use our bonus action. I think we're going to, yeah, I mean, we're there. Oh no, we have more movement right now. Is there space for us to swing by here? It's a terrible idea, but there's no non-terrible ideas.
You can. I think we'll get an attack of opportunity.
Yeah. No, we don't, because we are a swashbuckler.
Oh, okay, then never mind.
Level 3, so
Yep.
so normally we would, but we will not. Yeah, we don't love that idea, but I think we don't love anything here, so we are going to do the thing that we love that doesn't bunch us up with the rest of the group.
Sure.
Oh, that also puts us far from cure, but we can't get into saving throw range anyway. All right. Yeah, we slide on by, realizing that we're putting ourselves in, it's all dangerous positions. We'll at least take the one that makes him look silly for a second. That's our turn.
Alrighty. Dawson, you're up.
So cool, muted is awesome. I'm just gonna tell you guys that when you tell yourself a story.
Oh, I bet it sounded really cool, though.
So, seeing that Cure is drooling on herself, or hearing that.
You don't know. I'm wearing a mask.
No, I can hear you drooling.
Smell the
Hear me
drool.
rambling gibberish.
I definitely hear the rambling gibberish.
I'm speaking in tongues. I'm having a religious experience.
Isn't that half your life?
Jasmine's gonna place his hand on Cure's shoulder, and he's gonna cast Greater Restoration to try to get her back out of her funk. And he's going to say something of the sorts of, "Alright, Cure, it's time to get back into the fight now."
Yeah, Cure. You think maybe it's time to get back in the fight?
I was warming up. What? Everyone move. What? I missed something.
You missed a lot of things, Cure. Now it's time to, smash things like you do. Yes, that.
Oh shit! One's right next to me.
And with that, did I take? I gotta look at my sorcerer points real quick. Hold on, sorcerer skill stuff. Nope. Okay. With that, it's gonna be Jasmine's turn, so they really can do.
Sure. Edgar's up.
He spreads his wings and starts clucking and turning about in a circle, acting like a chicken.
That's fair.
What are you doing, Edgar?
Yeah, this guy is gonna just, turn vaguely in this direction. And move forward one.
Hi, Ed.
Alrighty. Yep.
It'll be fine.
Yeah, he's just gonna attack you.
Checks out.
Why the fuck not? Oh, that's a lot. That's a lot.
That's a lot.
Oh, did I miss the attack roll?
I'm rolling. I rolled it now. I was trying
Okay.
to get to the part of the
Stat
the monster stat block is
Sure.
kind of hard to read. 29 to hit.
Yep, that will touch us just barely.
No, you might want to check your AC.
It's that rune chalk. I put it up to 27, right? No.
All right. 10 points of slashing damage,
Okay.
and oh no,
That's what we like to hear from the DM.
16 points of necrotic damage.
I'm just checking. I don't think. Nope, we don't get anything against necrotic. So 16. Okay.
Okay, cool. It's gonna make his next attack,
Already got the bunch. That's fine.
which fell on the floor. Yeah, that one's a 28.
Okay.
For 10 points of slashing.
Okay.
And 19 points of necrotic.
1-9.
1-9, yeah.
Okay, we're gonna uncanny dodge that one.
Okay. And then he is going to turn away from you. Actually, no, he's not. He's got buddies. Okay, no, he's going to keep going at you.
Okay.
That one might not hit. That's a 22.
Nope, that'll hit.
Okie dokie. 7 points of slashing.
Okay.
16 points of necrotic.
Okay.
And that's his turn.
All right.
And Macklin's up.
Okay. Oh, this is not great. Macklin would probably shout out something along the lines of looking for an exit, as several of these Death Knights are nothing to be trifled with. Then he's going to do some rapid calculation. Shout out a quick question to Tab about how Tab feels about fire.
We don't mind.
All right. He's going to use his Bone Devil Ring of Fireball.
Okay.
He primed me and said that there's one fireball left in there. And he's going to try and hit all these guys in the back at once to just try and keep everyone damaged.
Sure.
Fireball's like 120-foot range, if I remember correctly.
Sounds right.
Yeah, it should be.
Yep,
I don't think
150.
150. Actually, I wonder. It's a 20-foot radius, right?
Correct. It is possible to miss Tab. Or is it?
I don't think so. That's as far back as I could get it to hit those guys. But it would hit the wall, so. Yeah, that's what's going to happen. He said that there was no DC on the fireball, but he assumed it was a 15.
Yeah, it is.
Alrighty. And I assume it's a base level fireball?
Yeah.
Alright, 8d6 fire damage.
He passes. He fails. He fails. He passes. So, Red and the guy next to him failed, and the other two passed.
Alright, 24 fire damage to anyone who failed, and 12 to anyone who succeeded but do not have evasion.
Red is dead.
Oh, thank God.
Shouldn't have cut us. That was very rude.
New red. And orange.
No, I just hit the wrong button.
I thought he was just taking red spot, that's all.
And for those of you who are counting, that is 4 fireballs tonight.
I feel like y'all learned a trick, and then you guys were like, yes, this is our trick.
That is how it works.
The theme for this evening. It's called Immolation.
I'm changing the title name to that, because I don't think y'all are getting to the Vecna fight.
And Macklin is going to move to the opposite corner and I don't think hiding would help since there's nothing really to hide behind in here. Dash, disengage, or hide. No. Oh no, he's going to help. Help as a bonus action. He is going to. He's going to shout at Cure to stab him in the soft spot.
Okay. Sounds good. Blue is going to attack you. Actually, no, he's not.
You, me, or UV?
He was going to attack you, but now he's going to attack the royal you, which is all of you.
Oh, that's very
Oh, dang.
equitable of him.
Because he's actually going to move that way. And he'll take your attacks of opportunity.
You have Sentinel, don't you, Cure?
I do. And I think Sentinel is probably the better thing to use my reaction on. So I'm going to attack him with advantage because of Macklin's help action.
Okay.
And he's undead. That's a crit.
Nice.
Amazing.
Oh my god. Yeah.
Are we using
Yes.
brutal crits?
So as it doesn't really even matter. Like, so as he goes to move back, and you see him starting to move his hands in a way that looks like he's probably summoning maybe a ball of fire of his own, you just how do you do this? How do you kill this guy?
So Macklin shouts, "Hit him in the soft spot!" And Cure's like, "Oh, no soft spot!" So I just stab them, and it erupts with holy light since I have double holy on my sword.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I found the soft spot.
Nice.
Just gets
He
immolated
shields
with
his
them.
eyes,
Alrighty.
trying to make sure it's dead and not be blinded by Cure's doubly holy sword.
You mean you're not blinded by the light?
Speaking of V, you're up.
I think I rather was. Okay, so confirm Blue is dead.
Yeah, Blue's dead. Can you see the map?
I can. I just it's just showing me the blue dot. It's not.
Oh, I see a skull and crossbones on it.
You may need to refresh.
Yeah, I'm not
Roll20.
getting
It's
that,
been,
so I may just need to refresh.
yeah, it's been acting up.
Might take you 20 minutes to refresh it, though.
Yeah,
Now you tell me.
start looking at your spells and figuring out what you want to do while you're waiting for it to refresh. Otherwise, we'll just hold your action or hold your turn until you can get in.
Yeah, it's still not even like thinking about actually reloading the page. I just
Okay.
hold. I'll just hold.
Sounds good. Orange is pretty pissed about that fireball. And is gonna throw his own. Everyone but Edgar gets hit with a fireball and needs to make a dexterity saving.
That's funny.
DC 18 dexterity saving throw.
Well, I fail.
Okay.
That was Macklin. So he passes, and he's going to use evasion. And dexterity. Kior passes. She already used her
Oh.
reaction, so she can't protect herself. However, Deathwalker's ward has been set to fire, and warding bond cuts that in half, so she's got resistance and cut in half.
I'm sorry, I forgot about Cure, so I got an 18. Plus 6, right? Or is it plus 5?
Plus 5.
Okay, never mind, it's 17.
Okay.
So I still fail.
Okay, do we have tabs? Nope, tabs out of range. You don't worry about it. You're fine. V, can you roll me a dexterity saving throw?
I just rolled it in D&D Beyond. That was that's the one we've got the plus 6 on, right?
Plus 5.
Plus 5. Okay.
So what'd you roll?
So 29
20.
plus 5.
Okay.
34.
Okay, so for those who did not make the DC 18, it's 32 points of fire damage, halved to 16.
All right, so I took the 16. Deathwalker's ward reduces it to 8. Warding bond reduces it to 4, and 4 to Josen.
Awesome. Thank goodness you saved.
Okay, and I can throw evasion at that and have the 16 to 8.
You have it to 0. You don't, except because you don't have it. Just
Rogue's got evasion.
You take no damage.
You also take,
Excellent.
everyone who failed, you also take 35 points of necrotic damage.
oh my.
That hurt.
Ooh.
Alright.
Do the successful saves take the necrotic damage at
It's
half?
halved.
Or?
Yep.
Halved, all right. So that would be 17.
Yes.
All right. And then Cure's got natural resistance to necrotic, so the 17 becomes 8. And Warding Bond does 4 and 4.
Yeah. Dazzle's not happy.
How dare someone else use fire when Jocelyn's right there?
Yeah, it was the necrotic that hurt me. I'm resistant to fire. Not resistant to necrotic.
Okay. That's his turn. Purple is up. Purple doesn't like that someone's trying to get in behind their line and is going to attack Tap.
I mean, that's fair.
17 to hit.
17 does not hit.
22 to hit.
22 will.
19 to hit.
19, yes.
Okay, so 2 hits.
I just noticed green's not even on the board.
Oh, he's not.
Yeah,
I
he is.
see
He's
green.
all the way at the end of the hall.
Not in the initiative order, though.
Yeah, he might have missed initiative. You know what? Whoop, he's a figment of it was a spell.
Wow.
It was an illusion. If the illusion fails, there's not as many people there as you thought there were.
We are gods.
Sorry, this was a little ad hoc.
No worries.
So that's going to be 8 points of slashing damage.
Okay.
And 10 points necrotic.
Okay.
The second attack is 7 points of slashing.
Okay.
And 11 points of necrotic.
Okay. Cap has certainly seen better days, but is still feeling good about not being in the middle of the fireballs, just unfensible. Delightful. Choices were made by us.
And Cure's up.
Okay, I'm double checking real quick. All right, I've got to make some Constitution saving throws for concentration. Although I think, yeah, never mind. I just got to make past 10. Yeah, I'm good. All right. Okay, so first up, moving 30 feet, which is there, but is not nearly close enough. So I'm going to burn another second level spell on Misty Step
Okay.
to get another 30 feet to be placed right next to Orange.
Sounds good.
Hello, precious. And I attack. All right, no advantage, but he is undead, so massive damage.
Mm-hmm.
32 to hit.
32 definitely hits.
All right, that is 10 slashing and 25 radiant.
Alrighty.
And I'm going to put a first level smite on that.
Sure.
Actually, no. I'll attack with my second and then see what happens. Second attack is a 30 to hit. For 10 slashing and 34 radiant.
Alrighty.
And that one I'll toss in a first level smite. So let's roll that. And it's undead, so it gets bonus 1d8. Oh, nice. So that is a further 21 radiant.
Yeah, looks real fucked up. Like, real fucked up.
All right. Yeah, I moved that far. I made my attacks. I am good.
Alrighty. Tab, you're up.
Okay. We are going to stabby stab at our friend Purple here. 24.
24 hits.
Okay. Can't pick up my dice. There we go. Six, 3, 6, 5, 3, 6 again. 3. 55 magical piercing.
Okay.
And then we will. Yeah, we don't really want to stand for another round of that. Just bloop. We're gonna teleport behind the door. There's another door in this nook, we assume.
Yep.
Okay, we're just gonna teleport behind into that too.
Go ahead.
And spends a minute. Not a minute, but we're catching our breath, but we don't breathe. So we're like, but philosophically, we're catching our breath.
Sure.
That's our turn.
Okay. Jocelyn, you're up. John, you're muted.
Why? Why'd you do that to me? For the sake of not burning spell slots, I am going to cast Firebolt. And I'm going to burn a sorcery point and use twin spells to hit them both.
Sure.
So that is a 31 to hit the
Yep.
first one,
Mm-hmm.
and 32 to hit the second one.
Both hit.
For another sorcery point to re-roll that too. So 12, 17, 25 points of fire damage
To Orange.
on Orange.
He, as is the theme of the night,
Mm-mm.
goes up into a column of flame.
And for the second one,
Changing the name of this game tonight to Immolation.
21 points
Immolation.
of fire damage to the other one.
21 points.
Yes.
Okay. He's not as bad off as his friend, but he's looking fucked up now.
Well, I mean, his friend's dead.
I mean, they're death knights, right? They're all dead. He's extra dead.
Hurt my feelings on that one.
You're welcome.
Is Edgar still doing the chicken dance? Because
Yeah, he's pecking at rocks on the ground.
he's gonna find a shiny one for you, just for you.
How is Edgar still alive? This is amazing. He's a beast.
He wasn't in the fireball.
Oh,
Or
that
He's
that-
driven insane, has committed absolutely nothing to this fight, and yet remains remarkably untouched.
Standing
I
in the
mean,
middle
with
of the room, just happened to be out of the range of the hellfire.
he's living the dream.
The most damage he's taken this game was from Tab's misplaced fireball.
From V's misplaced fireball, yep. Alright. Macklin's up.
Oh, for heaven's sake, there's one still standing. He is going to advance 30 feet, because Condemner has a range of 30, 120. That's still too far away. Yeah, bonus action to get a little closer. And he's going to attack purple.
Okay.
No one's near him, so sneak attack wouldn't affect, so just straightforward attacks. Wow!
Well, he's dead.
Okay.
Did that kill him?
Yeah. Yeah.
Right through
Dang,
the eyes.
Macklin can't add fire effects to that.
The silence rests on the hall. You feel the castle and the stones beneath your feet shift and shake as if the temple itself is falling apart, taking massive amounts of damage. Something's happening.
Did anyone see where that shadow went? Oh, Edgar, you poor thing.
We're right here. We teleport back out of the tomb.
Not you, the other shadow.
Tab is bleeding all over the place. Pretty good.
You guys are
Although they
out
look
of
very
initiative.
careful.
It seems like the shadow may have bolted or decided not to fuck with y'all.
Edgar
Might get
looks-
him.
Edgar looks happy in his insanity, so I'm just going to let him live his best life for the rest of this minute.
He's just gonna be a chicken for a minute. It's
Oh, I'm
fine.
so proud
It's
of him.
probably less stressful.
Yeah.
So Tab and Josen both look pretty bad.
We don't often ask for help, but would anyone mind? And we sort of gesture at the cuts.
Yes.
We would be all right if we weren't going wherever we're going next, but we suspect we're going somewhere next.
Yep.
I got a way to heal us all, Bjorn.
I can heal you without expending any spells.
Don't fight. We'll take healing from both of you.
I will use Lay on Hands to give 50 HP to Tab.
50?
Yeah, do you want it?
Yeah. I mean, we're down about 90. So yes, we would love 50. Thank you.
Let me just verify that I have as much as I have, because I have a lot.
You are level 20, so you probably do have that much.
Yeah, Paladin level times 5.
Back into triple digits.
Josen, how do you look if I give you 30?
Still got a little ways to go, but
I'll give you an extra 10. Do you need more?
how many is it in total? 40?
Yep, total 40.
Let's just say if I was at like a 211, I'd be at about a 194 right now.
I'll give you 10 more.
You start at 211?
Mm.
Damn.
Sorcerer's High Con. Close enough.
We now look expectantly at Jason, who can't hear us. We swish our eyelids at Jason.
I have a little bit more that I can give. Does anyone else need to be topped off? Out of character, I've got 16 HP from healing hands that I can give out.
Tell Rob that Macklin hears a familiar hunting horn going off outside, but he's probably the only one that can hear. Actually, nope. Jocelyn would hear it too.
I hear a hunting horn outside.
Got him?
Who is damaged? Cure, you're damaged, correct?
No, thanks to Warding Bond, I have not actually been touched, although all of my temporary bonuses to my health has all but been eaten away.
What about Macklin? Is Macklin fine?
He's been matrix dodging everything that's been thrown at him.
So, Cab needs 49 HP.
Yeah, I mean, we don't plan to tank again, but you never know.
Still, rogues are fragile. You can have 16 HP.
Thank you.
What's that bring you up to?
128. Total, including the total max, including the hero's feast, would be 161.
You don't get max. That's only temporary. They're temporary.
I thought it was temporary, but a hit point maximum also increases.
No, it's just
So we-
temporary.
That's not what-
hit point maximum also
Oh, it
increases
does?
by
Okay.
2d10.
Yeah.
There
yeah.
you go.
So 140. We are at 128 now. 149 is our usual max with the 12 on top of that. So I mean, we are. Yeah. I mean, don't like burn spells. I know we know you need to save spell slots. So, Cap just wants to make sure you don't feel left out. we will take any healing we can get, but I
think
understand
I'm
that some
burn a
slots that
level-
we also just stood in front of a bunch of death knights. So
Yeah, well, I also want you close to full. So I'm gonna do level 2 cure wounds. How's that? And I rolled pretty well. That is whatever that number is. I hate fucking math, dude. Why do you guys make me do math so
do you want to just
hard?
tell me what the dice are and I'll add them?
It's an 8 and a 6 plus 5.
Fabulous. Thank you. Takes us to 147.
So you should be fairly close.
Yeah, Tab's looking. They were already looking cheerful, but now they're looking less bloody and cheerful.
Macklin is insisting that we continue on quickly, strike while the iron's hot and the guards are scrambling to defend the temple.
We're looking around, do we see a way out?
Yeah, there's a door at this side of the hallway.
Okay.
Rob was also asking if the hunting horn sounds like a Taldore hunting horn.
It does, yes.
Would I know that's a Taldor? I mean,
Yeah, you've heard the Taldore horns.
It's Taldore hunting horn, as Macklin pointed out.
I'm going to touch a hand to my earring. Talia, is that your hunting horn?
Yes, bit busy.
Understood, just checking in. We're doing okay.
Good, stay low.
stay low.
I mean, we're in the crypt. We're about as low as we get.
Johnson's going to duck down. Put his fingers in his ears.
All right, we'll advance forward. As Kior's moving to the door, should we try stealth again?
Stay back first. We're having a look. And we'll check the door for traps. 7.
The door is not trapped, nor is it locked.
We'll scurry back to the group. It's not trapped and it's not locked. That seems like they want us to go through, which seems like a bad idea. But it also seems like the only idea.
I'm going to look towards the door and start... Well, I'm going to pause and send a quick probe to Edgar to see if he's back in his right mind.
Yeah, by now, he's now, like, cleaning himself off like this was perfectly planned. Like a cat who has fallen off of something very tall. Less than gracefully. He is.
Understood. All right, then. We are going to turn and start forward. I'm going to check something real quick.
Okay.
I am going to burn a level 4 spell slot.
Oh boy.
And I'm going to cast Locate Creature as I approach that door. And see if I can sense Vecna's location.
Yeah, he's right behind the door.
Okay. That's what I wanted to know. So I'm going to pause in front of the door and take a deep breath. He's on the other side of this door.
We'll let you go first.
Are you all prepared?
We're gonna teleport behind into this tomb.
Okay. You're gonna teleport into that tomb?
Yeah. When we're in the tomb, can we hear what's happening on the outside, or is it completely...
Roll a perception check.
2!
You hear the sound of...
Quiet as a grave.
It's pretty quiet. You kind of almost hear the sound of two rocks banging together, but it's hard to tell, like... It's a tomb.
Hannah, I don't want to derail, but I need to know if the sound of distant two rocks banging together is coming from inside the coffin that we're sitting on.
It is not.
Okay. We're going to raise the bracelet to our mouth. Tell us when you open the door. We'll follow you. Not long after. We'll count to 10, and then we'll come after you.
I nod and take a deep breath. Macklin also points out, "Oh, the trebuchets!" As he realizes what Talia is doing and what the thumps are likely to be. As I take a deep breath, I am going to reach out to the Matron of Ravens, and I am going to activate my level 20 Paladin feature. As my cloak swirls about my back and splits and adopts the form of two wings, raven black and radiating violet energy, and my mask seems to adopt an almost liquid-like texture to where the porcelain visage is as much my face as it is a mask. And I'm going to adopt the Avenging Angel transformation as I shove the door open, sword drawn, and advance into the next room.
Before you advance, Jocelyn's gonna ask you, would it be okay if I go first? I know you sound like you look horrifying right now.
You sound like you look horrified right now.
Shall we advance together?
I can deal with that.
Then Josen and I will each shove open a door and advance into the next room.
Alright, and as you advance into the next room, we are going to call it for tonight.
Sounds good.
So, here's where I let you know I had planned on doing the Vecna fight tonight. However, because Rob couldn't make it, Yeah, I talk a big game about I'm not, slowing down game because people are gonna miss it. I'm not letting y'all miss the Vecna fight.
Understandable.
I'm not actually as hard ass as I pretend to be.
We won't tell anyone.
I'm still
And I
live streaming,
know-
so.
If everything had gone well, Rob would have been here tonight, but the appointment he's at just kept getting pushed and pushed and pushed.
Okay. So, I know it's a holiday weekend. Do people have availability coming up before next Tuesday? Because I genuinely was hoping to be done with the Vecna portion of this game by this week. So, I just putting it out there, do people have the availability, like any availability this week to run a second session?
I could do tomorrow or Thursday evening. I am unfortunately working
Okay.
working or otherwise committed all Friday through Sunday.
Tomorrow is Loose Cannons, but
It is.
we are available Thursday. I know I checked with Rob. He said he should be available Thursday. John.
I am available Thursday.
Yeah. Awesome. John, where are you standing on Thursdays? What does Thursday look like for you?
Trying to think. I don't think I have, because Thursday is the day before Christmas Eve, right? So,
Yes.
Correct, the 23rd.
It's Adam's Eve. Or it's Christmas Adam. It comes before Eve and is slightly more disappointing.
I should be good for Thursday.
All right. Cool. So we will run the second half of this game on Christmas Adam.
Delightful. Is that 7:30 start as usual?
Yeah, I would like to aim for 7:30, but
Okay.
like I know it's an extra game, so people might need to be a little bit wiggly on the time. But preferably not too wiggly because it's going to be a Vecna fight. This is
7:30 solid for me. Like,
Yeah.
It's kind of a
7:30
big
would be
deal.
Perfect. Yeah.
okay.
Kind of a big deal.
And then
Awesome.
are you thinking that there's going to be just one session after that for wrap up?
We'll see. One session, it might be two. We'll see.
Okay.
Depends on how the Vecna fights goes.
Oh, don't worry. I'll kill him or I'll kill myself by the end of that session. So I'm not guaranteed on any on any of it.
I was gonna say life goals, and then I figured, no, that's death goals, isn't it?
Are you good for Thursday, Jill? I didn't hear you chime in, but I assumed it was okay. You would have yelled if.
Yeah, I can't think of anything I have prior commitments for this Thursday, so
Okay.
as of this moment, sounds good to me.
All right. In that
On the-
case, as
Thank you
all
all.
barge
sorry.
into the room, facing your
I-
mortal enemy, or immortal enemy.
No, hopefully
absolutely.
not.
The case might be.
I also want to point out the surprising kismet of this Taldore campaign, bringing the fights of Vecna on Thursday night.
I mean, that's true.
That's pretty good.
I mean, you guys didn't. It is the longest night tonight that you guys decided to begin your invasion into the keep proper. So
All of this is fine.
the longest night.
Delightful. Thank you all.
That was good. Thank you very much
All
for
right,
game.
yeah,
Thank you, everyone.
Thank you guys for being flexible with me.
No problem. What we're here for.
Talk to you all on Thursday.
That and killing minions.
All right, so I'm
Oh,
gonna
and
say
casting fireballs.
it's so many
Who's gonna,
fireballs.
who's gonna complain about a surprise D&D night? You know what I'm saying?
I mean, some
Like,
people do. All right, so I'm gonna let you all go and say, is it Thursday yet?
All right. See you soon. Good night.
have a good night.
Night.
Have a good night, all.
User disconnected from this channel.